Welcome to my YouTube video about how to use 15 signals in internal medicine wisely. First of all, I'm Nendra and I'm an international medical graduate from India. I have applied for Internal Medicine Match 2025. And while I combat my anxiety, I thought let me use my time efficiently and make a video of how I strategize my 15 internal medicine signals. So hopefully by the time this video goes up, I have matched, and let's get started with this video. For those who don't know, ERAS had 15 signals for internal medicine this year, and it will most likely stay for the next year as well. So what are signals? Signals are ways to express very strong interest in programs through ERAS applications. There are 15 signals in internal medicine and they are tiered, meaning out of 15 signals, 3 signals are gold signals and the remaining 12 signals are silver signals. Very important points regarding signals are that these 15 signals show the program that you're definitely ranking them in the top 15 of your list. So out of say 100 programs that you have applied to, these 15 programs are the programs you like the most. It is not mandatory to signal programs in your application, but it is definitely recommended to increase your chance of landing up an interview. But signals do not guarantee you an interview. And a very important point is that programs cannot see where else you signaled. So why are signals important and why are we discussing that? So the first reason, signals were just introduced this season, the season I applied to, Match 2025, and they are most likely to remain. Signals definitely increase your chances to get an interview from your dream place if you use them wisely. Second thing is, it's often very challenging for IMGs to choose programs to signal because of our limited exposure to the US healthcare system. So research about the program, knowing the program details becomes all the more important, and strategizing signals becomes all the more important. Third thing, this time, as per my experience, a lot of programs were just considering signals because out of 7,000, 6,000 applications, they would receive almost 2,000 signals. So they're just considering signals this time. And if you're not signaled a program, they know you're not considering the program or ranking the program in your top 15 of the list. So that makes signaling all the more important this time. So I'm going to tell you my strategy and what it yielded me at the end of this video. So I went step by step, although a systematic approach may or may not be required based on your experience in the US healthcare system or your research or your network. But for me, it helped me a lot narrow down certain programs if I fit the program, if the program fit my requirements. So I'll just describe the process for you. So the first thing I did was assess my application. It's obvious, isn't it? But know your objectives very well, whether it's your STEP scores, your US clinical experience, your research, your year of graduation, your visa requirement. Of course, you know that, but just assessing it very objectively and self-reflection, being realistic about your profile when you're starting out is extremely important. The second step is starting with program research. Now, I cannot stress enough how program research is important, especially with signals in place. You need to know a lot more about the programs that you're applying, especially with signals. And it is often very difficult since you've never been to a program or you've only seen the website, which is often not updated regularly. So the first thing I would suggest is to start following the social media of these programs that you're interested in from the first look. A lot of programs are very active on Instagram, Twitter, and other social media handles. So you get a vibe of how the program is subjectively. So then I started my search of the programs through Residency Explorer of RIDA. I downloaded an Excel sheet from Residency Explorer and I started looking up programs based on my filters of the IMG percentage, visa requirement, the states I prefer, and all of that. And I would go to each program's website and check the objective criteria they have about the scores, the year of graduation, the minimum US clinical experience, hands-on versus non-hands-on, all of these things. I would add a note about the program based on my assessment. I would see the graduates of the program or the current PGY1, 2, 3s of the program, and I would see if there are people like me, people from my country or people from other countries outside of US have matched there. And I would make a note of that because I want to have more realistic chance of understanding a program. The second thing, once I went through the whole program list, checked the websites of all programs and even social media of the programs with my little note besides it, I started dividing programs in my safe programs versus dream programs. By safe programs, I don't mean the programs which are safe for you. I mean the programs where you're a very natural fit. There are people like you, there are people from your med school that have fit into that program, there are people with your scores, your kind of US clinical experience, your kind of research experience have matched into. This information is often tricky to get. LinkedIn is a great way. You just have to stalk people. It's very tedious and you can take help of your friends as well, or just talk to people around you, your seniors. If they match into a program and if they can tell you the details of their CV, it's always a better option than stalking. But stalk if you have to. Dream programs are the programs where you do fit the criteria objectively about the scores, the visa requirements, year of graduation, but you don't see a lot of people like you or with your profiles are matched into, or people who have better profiles are matched into that program, but you still want to give it a shot. And you can, with 15 signals, you can take that shot. And I know people who have underestimated themselves and have received interviews from their dream places just because they took that leap. So go ahead, have a dream program list as well. The third step is often tricky, is aligning geographical preference and your signals. Now, this is a very tricky subject and a lot of people beg to differ. I personally preferred aligning my geographical preferences with my signals because that tells a program that you're interested in them because of your geographical preference as well. So I just wanted to align both of them to not give any mixed signals, so to say, to the program. So I did that. A lot of people say that it's okay to signal programs outside of your geographical preference, but I went to align both of them. And that's definitely personal, but do assess the programs based on your geographical preference as well. And the fourth step would be to also assess programs based on your future goals, whether you want to be a hospitalist, an internist, or you have a particular fellowship in mind. These things could help you dictate where you're signaling. A university program with in-house fellowships or a community programs which gives you immediate hospitalist job as an internist, or a program which focuses on a specific fellowship that you're interested in. So all of these factors do come into play when you're signaling as well. And the last thing would be distribution of the signals. Now, once you have created this Excel sheet, also added your notes, also have a list of safe and dream programs, out of these, you're going to narrow down 15 programs. And how are you going to distribute your 15 signals? So out of these 15 signals, 3 signals are gold signals. Now, I would say that always put your safety programs in the gold list. These are the programs you feel you fit the best objectively, and also you want to be there. They align with your fellowship goals, with your geographical preference, and all of that. So these 3 goal signals should be the programs that you feel you fit the best and you like the program as well. Now, in the remaining 12 signals, you could take a little bit of risk, where what I did was, among the 12 signals, 3 signals I used for my dream programs I knew take candidates who have better CVs than me. So I just took that chance and I signaled around 3 places which were my dream places. And I I would not suggest you to go for more than 3 places as your dream places, places which are practically out of your league, but you could if you want to. And the rest of the places were again my safe places. So it was a very good mix of safe and dream places. Among the safe and dream places also, it was a mix of university, community, and affiliate hospitals based on my fellowship goals and my career goals. So this is how I strategized my signals. My signal strategy yielded me around 7 interviews from my 15 signals. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think for me, what worked out personally the most was all my gold signals gave me an interview, and all my gold signals were the signals where I had no connection with or I did not know anyone, but I still got an interview. So I think the safe signaling strategy did work out for me, where these were the programs I knew I would fit in and I liked them the most, and it did yield me. So I would highly suggest the gold signals to be safe. That being said, a lot of my friends and people I know have received interviews from programs they did not signal. So the match process is definitely very unpredictable and it's a lot luck based. But signals do provide you a certain way to show interest. It's like super like feature in Tinder, Bumble, dating websites. It's just you can super like this program and they're more likely to give you an interview, for lack of better examples. But I think it's a great tool for people who know how to strategize and research programs effectively. And thus, I would say start your program research early this year. That was my learning point. I started my program research very late into the season. That was around after August, and I regretted that immediately because choosing 15 signals out of the programs that I applied to felt very difficult, especially when I knew just very little information about the programs based on the website and social media too. So start your program search early, and that's my final word. Best of luck for the next match season. I hope I match. I hope we all match.